Hello and welcome to another round in the GT Sport Championship. I'm Crafty and welcome to Laguna Seca Raceway. We're here for a Gordini race here today, and as always I'm joined by my good friend Marty Bumble. Good afternoon Marty, talk us through the track here today.
Good afternoon Crafty, here we are at the world famous Laguna Seca with 11 turns and the world famous corkscrew.
Yes, and we're now heading down to the grid, and for today's race only the three cars. Cosmo not here today. A. Graham is on pole, followed by Like to Race and SZaucy at the rear of the grid for 5 laps around Laguna Seca. We are ready to race now. Graham, the revs rise. Can he get a good start? Here we go. Ready to race. And they are racing, and off goes Graham. He's in the leads. And Like to Race is second, SZaucy in third. Graham taking the wide line up the hill here, not closing the gap down, and Like to Race might swoop through, no. And Graham holds his line. SZaucy looking down the inside into turn 1. Here we go. And Graham holds the lead. SZaucy's up to second. Like to Race has lost a bit of time. Graham a little wide there. SZaucy is closely following him, with Like to Race still a little bit back. So here we go. Graham wide again. That's 2 corners in a row he's run wide at. And now the other thing to watch for here at this track, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The curves as SZaucy flies over at the Gordinis. They get a bit airborne around here over the curves, don't they, Bumble?
They sure do. It's very tight suspension they're running there, and those curbs are a bit high for a small car, so if they clip them too much they really bounce in the air.
Yes, it's something that all the drivers were concerned about coming into this race with the Gordinis, but we'll see how they manage throughout the 5-lap journey. Coming up to the corkscrew for the first time, Graham's held the lead for the whole lap so far. He's done a good job. And down we go, and he's got it wrong straight away, off into the gravel, but straight out the other side. He's got away with that one. That was very lucky, wasn't it, Bumble?
He was certainly lucky with that. He could have turned around or anything, but he's managed to keep it straight, gone through and maintain his lead. But here comes SZaucy back. He's trying desperately to get by. That's it, Graham's run wide terribly there. Oh, and he's turned it right around.
Oh, can you believe it? Graham almost got through the whole first lap without any issues, but not quite there. And SZaucy lost out to Like to Race into the final corner there as well. So Like to Race out in the lead after not really performing on the first lap until now.
Yeah, he's just waited for them to make a mistake, and that's what happened. And but however, SZaucy's right there. They're still tussling through turn 1, and the SZaucy's in the lead, and Like to Race is back in the lead, and they're still going at it. But it looks like that Graham's dropped well back now. It's going to take him quite a bit of time to catch up there.
Yes, this is some great racing between SZaucy and Like to Race as we start the second lap. And watch out for those big curves on the inside through there, boys. Graham, yes, he's a fair way back, but there is time to catch up still as we head into the next corner. SZaucy followed by Like to Race. It is not a long race, but it's a sprint, and it's going to be a big challenge for the drivers in these Gordinis.
Yes, and they're not running any sort of racing tyre. They're just running on normal sport soft tyres here.
And look at this, Like to Race up the hill. Can he get down the inside into the corkscrew? Let's just watch this and see how it goes. Under brakes, Like to Race, yes, good pass there on SZaucy. Good clean racing between the two of them. Graham, he's just coming through the corkscrew now. You can see on the map in the top right as, a little bit of contact between SZaucy and Like to Race there. They get away with it this time as we head into the end of the second lap, and Like to Race has spun. Oh no, he's off the track. What has happened there? And SZaucy's off too. Can you believe it?
No, I don't know what's happened here. And look at this. Here comes Graham.
Yes, Graham's finally back into the action now, and SZaucy just hangs on to the lead. Graham right on his tail. We'll have a look at the replay here. Talk us through it, Bumble.
Yeah, so you can see that it looks okay, but I don't know what happened with Like to Race. It looks like he might have just bumped a little bit on the curb there, and he's just gone completely sideways. And then it seems like SZaucy went out in sympathy with him.
Yes, it looks like they both, well, SZaucy definitely on the grass there, but Like to Race just clipped it, which spun him around, and then SZaucy also lost control trying to get back on the track. And back to live images now, and SZaucy, a bit sideways there with Graham right behind him. And look at them bouncing over that curve. That one got Graham big time that time. He was lucky not to spin there.
He sure is. He's managed to pull it up straight, but he's still in it there. He's still holding second.
And Like to Race now caught back up to the group now, and Graham just trying to hold on to second here as Like to Race really starts to hassle him again. SZaucy's got a bit of a margin now all of a sudden. So sweep through this fast left-hander here. Graham holding on, Like to Race really hassling him. How are they going to go through the corkscrew this time? Up the hill we go. Can Like to Race make a move through here? No, Graham nicely through there that time. SZaucy with that margin, with Like to Race at the rear. Bit of time to breathe all of a sudden for the drivers now after a bit of a hectic start to this race.
Yeah, they're getting more into rhythm now, the less mistakes, and just holding even there between them.
And to the last corner now, SZaucy runs a little wide. That gives Graham a chance to get down the inside as... Oh, look at that. That's Like to Race swooping to the inside. He's going to go past Graham here, and Graham's going to lose out to both drivers after it looked like he was going to take the lead.
Yeah, who saw that coming? But anyway, Like to Race is edging slightly forward. I don't know what they're going to do here at the turn one. Yep, SZaucy's gone deep. Like to Race holds the line on the inside, and Graham's just hanging back watching them, waiting for a mistake.
Yes, good move from Like to Race out of the last corner. He got magnificent drive compared to the other two as SZaucy gets a little sideways there. Look at this, Graham. He's going to get up the inside of SZaucy here and take second off him. Nice move there from Graham. Like to Race just ahead of Graham there. As we go down to the next corner, Like to Race in the lead, followed by Graham and SZaucy. And it looks like they're going to hold station through there. No, Graham, he's off. He's run wide and he's spun again coming back onto the track. Can you believe that?
No, I think that was a bit of bad luck there. He's just gone a little bit hard. He's run wide, but when he's gone into the gravel, it's just turned right around.
Oh, tough luck for Graham here with only a lap and a half to go. He might struggle to catch back up to these two as SZaucy darts out from under the inside of Like to Race. Coming up to the corkscrew, and there's contact between the two of them. Like to Race shoots off the track to the right. Is he going to get out of the gravel trap here? He looks like he will. Looks like SZaucy's redressing this situation because Graham is not in the picture yet, so there's time to do that. Oh dearie me, what happened there, Bumble?
Well, I think there was a slight bit of contact. It looks like he was missing. Oh, he darts to the left from our point of view, and there, yeah, that was a slight touch there.
Yeah, through that kink there, perhaps they just met rear quarter panel and front left of SZaucy's car. Yep, there it is there, and that just spun Like to Race right around into the gravel. And back to live images now, they're still going at it, the two of them. Like to Race gives SZaucy a little bump into the last corner, maybe that's a bit of payback there.
Yeah, I'd say he wants to get that payback alright because, but look, you can see Graham's brought Graham back into the picture.
Yes, that has really helped Graham coming into the last lap now. He is back in the game. SZaucy in the lead, followed by Like to Race. Graham, he's right there now. So this is a three-way battle on the final lap here at Laguna Seca. Through the first corner they go. SZaucy holds the lead. Ooh, looked like to Race went a little wide there. I don't know if he ran off the track or not. No, he's on the track still, but yeah, you can see Graham's a lot closer to him now as SZaucy's a bit sideways and Like to Race takes the lead. Graham trying to get through as well. And no, Like to Race didn't get the lead. SZaucy somehow held on. I don't know how he held on.
No, well, they're all slip sliding there, but at least we're going to have a good race right here at the end with the three of them close together.
And look at Graham trying to sweep around the outside of Like to Race. He might even just do it. He's got a bit of the car alongside Like to Race now, so Like to Race will be taking a shallow line into this corner. Maybe Graham can sweep back around. No, he's going to sweep around the outside. This looks promising from Graham. Good move here coming up.
Yep, look, yeah, up the hill he's got the spot.
Oh, good move from Graham. That was classy driving from Graham there. But it may have cost them a chance to get to SZaucy, perhaps.
Yes, they're fighting. That's giving SZaucy a good chance to edge away from them.
Yes, and SZaucy. Oh, he's hit the curve and he's sliding through that corner there. That's perhaps the chance Graham needs to get close enough as we head. He's run wide again, SZaucy. So into the last corner now. Can Graham make a move? Not quite. So he looks like SZaucy might get away with this. Graham maybe gets a little edge out of the last corner. No, it looks like SZaucy's going to hang on for the win here. Closely followed by Graham and Like to Race in third. That was a good little race there as we look at the replay of the last lap. SZaucy, big sideways moment. He got that curve we've been talking about all race long.
Yep, it certainly put the car completely on two wheels, and you see that Like to Race caught him and gave him a push as well. And here we go in just out of the corkscrew there, and then SZaucy's caught the dirt again there, and now we see Graham closing him because he's lost time there.
Yes, SZaucy very lucky to hold on to the win with the amount of times he clipped those curves and got the car sideways, but he did hold on. That was a good race there, and it was a good win for SZaucy. Thank you as always, Marty Bumble, for a wonderful race. I've enjoyed calling it with you.
Thanks, Crafty.
And we'll see you again for another race in the GT Sport Championship. It's goodbye for now from Crafty.